The control of the mind is not a problem peculiar to religion. People in all walks of the life need to control their minds if they are to succeed in their vocations. No fundamental work for the uplift of an individual or the community can ever be done without the mind control. This video series, which sets forth for the teachings of Vedanta and Yoga on the nature of the mind and ways of controlling it, is meant for all. My dear friends, this is Prince Aryan. In this video series, we would be learning what is mind and how to control it. This is the first part of this video series, and today we will be understanding that mind control is very difficult yet possible. In this theme, the mind and its control, we are deeply interested in a very personal personal purpose, for nothing affects us individually more than our own minds. We know something about the subject. All of us try to control our minds, but we should like to know more to do better. Who can help us in this regard? Only those who have perfectly controlled their own minds. What we may learn from those sources then? We shall control our mind how? So here we shall present a system of simple disciplines. Control of the mind is a very interesting inner game. If you have a sportsman's attitude, then you will thoroughly enjoy it even after apparently losing. In the playing, this game takes a great deal of skills, alertness, sense of humor, goodness of the heart, sense of strategy, patience, and some heroic flares, which make it possible to not get disheartened in the face of 100 failures. Shri Krishna was explaining in the Bhagvat Gita how supreme state of yoga was to be attained after listening to him. After listening to him, Arjuna said to the Lord, understandably despair, O Krishna, this yoga you declared to be characterized by perfect evenness of mind, I do not see how I can endure because of the restlessness of my mind. The mind is restless, turbulent, powerful, and obstinate. To control the mind, it is hard as it seems to me as to control the winds. Shri Krishna listened to this representative complaint of the man and gave a reply important for all men of all times. All Indians' thinking and practice on mind control are largely based on teaching of Shri Krishna. He said, undoubtedly, O Arjuna, the mind is restless and hard to control, but by practice and dispassion, it can be controlled. From this conversation, we know three basic facts about the mind control. Firstly, that it has been always an extremely difficult task for even heroic person of the stature of Arjuna, that yet it is possible to control the mind. And we have also learned that there are well-defined methods for controlling the mind. In these two words, practice and dispassion, Krishna gave the whole world secret of controlling the mind. It is the uniform verdict of all saints of India down the ages that there are no other ways of controlling the mind except through practice and dispassion. This thing is also called Abhyasa Yoga or the Yoga of Practice. We shall quote here a dialogue between Sri Ramakrishna and a devotee, in which the former emphasizes a fundamental point which everyone needs to remember. Sri Ramakrishna said, "Don't sit idle simply because your spiritual consciousness had been awakened a little. Go forward, beyond the forest of the sandalwood. There are many other more valuable things: silver mines, gold mines, and so on." The devotee said, "Sir, our legs are in chains. We cannot go forward." Sri Ramakrishna said, "What if the legs are chained? The most important thing is the mind. Bondage of the mind and freedom is also the mind." The devotee said, "But the mind is not under my control. How can I do it?" Sri Ramakrishna said, "How is that? There is such a thing as Abhyasa Yoga, yoga through practice. Keep up the practice and you will find that your mind will follow whatever direction you lead it." Friends, I would like to tell you one thing. Mind is like a white cloth, just now returned from the laundry. It will be red if you dip it in the red dye. It will be blue if you dip it in the blue dye. It will be whatever color you dip it in. Practice and dispassion are no doubt the entire secret of controlling the mind. But how do we bring them into our live stream? That is the question to this. To do this, firstly, we shall develop a strong will to control the mind. We shall have to understand the nature of our mind. We shall have to learn certain techniques and we shall practice them honestly and intelligently. Friends, in the next part of this series, we will be learning how to strengthen the willpower to control the mind. From this video, we have understood this much, and it was a bit of motivation for you that many people think that controlling the mind is most difficult thing in the world. But yet, according to Lord Shri Krishna and Sri Ramakrishna, it has been well said that controlling of the mind is very difficult yet possible. Friends, at the end of this video, I would like to say, don't give up. While the whole series of controlling the mind, don't give up. And if you want to watch the next part of this series, then be sure to subscribe this channel, Prince Master Champ, and its slogan, Education with Fun, and click the bell icon for the next video. I will be meeting you in my next video. Till then, stay tuned.